A very good evening to all my dear friends. So today in this short lecture, I'd like to discuss the pattern and the structure of NABARD grade A examination. So this session is all for those new aspirants who will be appearing first time for this examination. So NABARD grade A examination, as all of you know, that it has two parts, right? The first part is the preliminary examination that we call phase 1 of the examination, and the next part is the phase 2 of the examination that we also call the mains examination. Now coming on to the different phases of the examination, first we'll discuss about the phase 1, that is preliminary examination. So the prelims of NABARD grade A examination consist of your total 8 papers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 papers. And out of these 8 papers, you can bifurcate overall into two parts, that is 5 plus 3 pattern, right? So what is this 5 plus 3 pattern? 5 papers are qualifying in nature. 5 papers are what? These are qualifying in nature, which has been marked in yellow color, while the 3 papers are merit section. So in qualifying section, only you have to judge the sectional cutoff, right? You have to clear the sectional cutoff. But in the merit section, that is paper number 6, 7, and 8, this is decided to take you to the next round, that is phase 2. More marks you will gain in 6, 7, 8, the better are the chances that you will qualify for the phase 2 of the examination. That's why it is for the merit section. So the qualifying section is also of 100 marks and the merit section is also of 100 marks. So both constitutes of 100 marks, but the paper number 1 to 500 marks, just you have to get the sectional cutoff. Now, what are the sectional cutoff and how much marks we have to gain? I have given all the marks in the red color. See, reasoning, out of 20, last year's sectional cutoff was just 3.75. Just you have to 2, 3, 4 questions. If you can do correctly, you can easily qualify in the sectional cutoff. So you don't have to invest a lot of energy in studying this qualifying section, either reasoning, English, or computer. In English, it was 11.25 because it constitutes a maximum marks is 30. Computer just 3.25, quant just 5 marks out of 20, and decision making DM, that is 1.25 out of 10. So these marks are very less. So you don't need to invest a lot of energy or lot of time in studying this qualifying sections. Now coming on to the merit section, again it constitutes 3 paper: general awareness, that is mostly related to the current affairs, economic and social issue, that we call as ESI, and the last paper is your ARD. These are the merit sections, right? Now, what are the overall cutoff in these sections last year? 3 marks out of 20, 4.5 marks out of 40, and 6.50 marks out of 40. But the overall cutoff for this merit section was slightly more than 50%, that is 53.50 marks was cutoff to take you to the next round, that is the mains part of the examination. Now, one more important thing is that you will see that only 2 papers, that is ESI and ARD, is carried on to the next phase. That is, they will ask some questions from this part. Now, so you don't try to invest a lot of your energy in reading the GA also, because but for 20 marks, you will see that last year also they have asked some 7, 8 marks from the static GK. So you can't, you will not have much benefit cost ratio if you start reading some polity or geography related questions. Just try to focus yourself for the last 3-4 months of current affairs. Your target should be to achieve 10 marks out of 20 in the GA paper. Try to invest more and more time in ESI and ARD. Why? Because these 2 papers are carried over to the next phase of the examination. More you will prepare for ESI and ARD, better are the chances that you will get into the select list of NABARD, because this also constitutes your phase 2 of the examination. Now coming on to the phase 2 of the examination, again this has 2 papers, right? Paper number 1 and paper number 2. Now paper number 1 is general English. Here it constitutes 3 questions. Last year they have asked 1 question, 40 marks précis, 40 marks essay, 30 marks later, and 30 marks précis. So total 100 marks is there, 40 plus 30 plus 30, 3 questions are there. So cutoff for the English last year was 48.50, because the English paper was strictly checked. Highest was around 65 or 66. So the cutoff was very less for the English. Now coming on to the ESI. So earlier they have only written ESI in their notification, but later on through a correndum, they have added the ARD portions also. So paper 2 constitutes your ESI plus ARD, right? And separate cutoff is applied for your objective and descriptive, because ESI 50 marks they will ask for your 50 marks will be subjective question and 50 marks will be descriptive. So different cutoffs are there. For objective, the last year cutoff was 16 marks, and for descriptive was 19 marks out of 50 and out of 50. So total you will be getting in objective portion 30 questions, right? Total 30 questions you will get. That constitutes your 50 marks. And in the subjective part, where you have to write the answer, where you have to type the answer, total number of questions is 6, right? Out of 6, you have to attempt 4 questions. 15 question, 15 marker, there are 2 questions, 15 into 2, 30. And 10 marker, there are 2 questions, 10 into 2, that is 30. So total 50 marks, right? So this is the overall pattern. And what was the cutoff to qualify for the interview stage? Those students who have got aggregate out of 200, 118.42, including English and your paper 2, they have got a chance to qualify for the interview. Now, interview from this year constitutes your 50 marks, right? Interview is equal to 50 marks. So those students, right, such a student who have just got the cutoff marks also, he has an equal chance of qualifying or getting into the select list of NABARD. Because if you add 50, you can reach this final cutoff, that was 164.33, to get selected into NABARD. So like last year when the interview marks was quite less, 25, there you have to gain some 10 marks advantage in the written. But now since the interview marks is 50, anybody who has just got or just crossed the cutoff of the mains examination also, he or she also has the equal chance of getting into the select list of NABARD. So this is overall framework, overall pattern, how the NABARD is conducting grade A examination. Thank you.